everyone, welcome back to Property Couple. My name is AK.
I'm Leah, and this is our channel where we document all things property, business and working together as a couple. So today we wanted to talk a little bit about some of the negative side of documenting this sort of stuff online. I feel like my eyes have certainly been open to some hate recently. I've just not been able to shake it off.
I think what's interesting is you've been very used to YouTube for most of your life, and from what I can see, and I'll be interested to hear your thoughts, is that YouTube feels like a more friendly place. It's people who really want, are actively seeking that content. So for example, people typing in property investment, whatever, right? Finding that content that's going to be, hopefully aligned with what they're trying to achieve.
Yeah.
Whereas what we're finding at the moment with channels like TikTok,
the way you said it, like TikTok.
Yeah, I sound like a right boomer.
Yeah, TikTok.
Is that it's pretty savage, and the people on there, the hate and the comments are so aggressive. They're constantly happening. They're so frequent, and I just think the comparison between the two is like
astounding.
Astounding.
Yeah. So it's like, imagine you're putting out content to an audience that like you, aka YouTube subscribers that actually have been following your journey for quite a few years now. We've been doing this for 2.5 years, and there's people that have followed us from the very beginning, and they're just so proud of how far we've come. And then you post sort of a segment of a video, like a 10-second clip of it on TikTok, and that video gets served to people who have got no idea who you are. They don't know your story, they don't know your background, they don't know any struggle you may or may not have had, but they are the first to attack, and they are on the attack.
That's
and
really
they are
good point, actually.
Basically just there to call you a vulture, a leech, stealing from the poor, like profiting from the poor, like all this stuff that's just not true.
You make a really good point about having like a 10-second clip that goes somewhere, and it's pushed. So the thing with TikTok, and there was that amazing Joe Rogan podcast where I can't remember the guest, but they talk about the darkness of these channels like TikTok, where it pushes it to people that are like that, who it fuels the hate, it fuels the hate,
like trolls
and that sort of stuff, and that's what gets traction, and that's basically it's almost like a weapon. I've never looked at a YouTube comment and gone, wow, oh my god, this is a horrible person. They're so nice and supportive most of the time.
Yeah, there might have been like maybe one person on YouTube that said some horrible stuff. I just blocked them. But yeah, you've screenshotted some of the comments from TikTok, which I want you to read out, and then I've screenshotted a really nice one we got that I actually sent to you in our WhatsApp chat the other day, saying like, look how nice this comment is.
What amazing.
I'll read that out after, just to show you the stark contrast. Yeah, so let's hear the TikTok.
Yeah,
comments.
here's some on TikTok, right?
And this was based off of the video we uploaded 2 weeks ago.
We're just talking about the rising cost of energy bills, and we're just giving our take. They've seen a 10-second sort of snippet.
Yeah.
Here's just some of the style of content that you get on TikTok, right? If you are worried about your cost of living and bills, maybe get a proper job. Right? Fantastic.
Oh, that's quite funny, right? Yeah, okay. No.
Housing is a fundamental human need that you both are leeching off. Landlords are parasites and help no one. Right? Amazing. Right? Absolutely amazing.
Oh my god.
Right?
It's just so bad.
Yeah.
They don't know anything.
Here's another one. If you genuinely thought you were making society better and providing housing, you would charge only what it costs you and not profit from it. You know what happened? I almost wanted to press like a button that just made me implode into like dust and atoms, back into like, just matter, because it was just like my brain couldn't quite compute the. Here's another one. This video didn't get the positive support you were hoping for, did it? Housing is a fundamental right. Leeches like you profiting off it isn't. So it seems like there are a lot of people who hate landlords.
Here's people who hate landlords.
Here's another one. It's almost like you're having to work for your income. You should never be proud of profiting off the poor. Lack of affordable rents because people like you want to make money from the poor. And I go on and on. I could literally be scrolling because these comments are flowing in.
There's worse ones as well, but that's not even the worst ones. I think the worst ones have got expletives in them, and then they go into a filtered folder for approval, because I set up some filters for swear words and stuff. But some of them are like really bad. There's a lot of hate, a lot of anger towards anyone who seems to be like trying to make something of themselves. I can understand why some people think, oh, landlords just own loads of properties and just do nothing. But that's not our situation, is it?
Can we just rewind, like come back, right?
Yeah, go on then.
Let's just take the notion of like commenting on somebody's content. Your social profile is basically, it's like your house.
Yeah.
It's your little space on the internet, right?
Yeah.
Leaving a negative comment is exactly like this, right? I come to your home, I knock on your door.
Hello.
That rug's a piece of shit. I hate that rug. You're an absolute idiot for buying that rug. Bye.
Oh,
that's literally what it's like. It's like you've seen something on the internet.
Yeah.
You don't like it. Walk away. Move on. Like, I don't understand. It's like Ricky Gervais says in his comedy, where it's like someone who sees like a little poster being like guitar lessons, and then ringing them being like, I don't want guitar lessons. It's like,
it's very much like that on TikTok, because someone's like, why am I on landlord TikTok? And I'm like, you're not on landlord TikTok, but you've just been served our content for whatever reason. The algorithm has served you our content. Yeah. And we're talking about the rising cost of living, the fact that we provide housing that has all bills included. So yeah, I just can't cope with how aggressive they are.
Number one, it blows my mind that basically people are watching content and then feel like they have to actually comment on something they don't like.
Yeah.
Because like I said, it's like, well, just don't watch it then. It makes no sense, right?
Yeah, and you've got, I don't know about you, but you feel this like need to have to justify yourself. You're
naturally.
Like, okay, we started with none of our own money. We put all of our money into learning how to do this. Then we've gone and raised finance from private investors to go and invest. Like, we are in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds of debt. Like, so much debt. We are in good debt though, in the eyes of like Rich Dad Poor Dad vibes. Like, if you've read that book, good debt. But that debt is like, it's not as if we just woke up one day with like millions of pounds in our bank account and just started buying up properties. Like, that's just not the case.
But guess what, right?
So you feel like you have something to prove to these people. You're like, oh no, I am actually working really hard to try and achieve this. But you've put something on me. You've basically made up a story about me based on a 10-second clip that's not true. And you've decided that that's your opinion about not just me / us, but all other property owners as well.
Let's just get one giant brush and just paint this massive giant stereotype.
I know, and I feel like the only way to sort of get over that is to just go, I don't really care what that person thinks.
Yeah, so I try to get into the habit of just uploading content and not sort of sitting there consuming it, because that's essentially what these apps are designed for, is to keep you there.
Yeah, you're the one who replied to all the comments. I told you not to.
And so because TikTok's more of a new platform for us, I think it's really easy to kind of get stuck into that. So I'm making a conscious effort now to kind of just stay away from it, because it is pointless.
Yeah.
What I would say as well is that even if somebody was like rich and they wanted to go out and buy loads of houses,
so what?
Who cares? Like, literally, who cares? That's what that person wants to do. Like,
I don't hate anybody who's made money.
But you can't penalise some. It's like I was saying to you this morning on our morning walk. I was saying to you, right, if you were born, right, into this world with a silver spoon in your mouth, right, as a saying, right, why should that person apologise for that?
It's not that they should apologise for their privilege, but now you have to always acknowledge any privilege you may have.
What do you mean you have to?
You have to in this world.
Where's the rule book?
Yeah, that's the new rule book of this world, is that you have to say, okay, I acknowledge that I went to good school, I've had supportive parents, I've never been abandoned, I've never been abused, I've always had food on the table, I've always had a roof over my head, so therefore I come from a position of privilege, and because of that privilege, it's allowed me to get my foot in the door and start this journey. If you don't acknowledge that, they're just going to cancel you from the beginning. Like, forget it.
Why doesn't it work both ways?
What do you mean?
So, like, basically, if people should have to acknowledge that,
they have to,
right, then you get into this world of like, yeah, well, I started with nothing. It's not a competition.
I know, it's not a competition with who had less.
Yeah,
but that's the way it's going. That is the way it's going. It's like, well, I didn't have food, and I didn't have this, and you're just like, okay, oh my God, I'm gonna explode.
The way I look at it, right, is everyone is entitled to their own opinion and stuff like that, right? But from a personal perspective, I don't look at super wealthy, rich people and go, how dare you be rich? Like, I don't look at them and waste my energy on trying to like control the world that you can't control, being like, it should be like this, it should be like this.
Yeah, I'm not like that.
Who cares what it should be, should or shouldn't be like? Control what you can control, learn what you can learn, and do what you can for yourself.
I agree completely, and I'm so glad we're aligned like that. But I don't look at any wealthy people and go like, fuck you, like, why is it all right for you? Like, I actually don't, but I have so many people in my life that are like a bit like that towards those people. So what? Just go and build your own future, mate. Stop moaning.
Everyone has their own demons, everyone has their own struggles. Like, that's the thing, it's all relative to the individual. It's relative to you as a person.
Yeah.
Someone might be very rich, have a lot of wealth, like cash money, but they might be like super mentally ill or like have these sorts of problems. Well, that's, you know, you're not rich in one aspect, but you are in another aspect. Like, it's so complicated, the whole topic.
Yeah. I wanted to read out some of the nice support. So like, this is from YouTube. Obviously it's from a YouTube subscriber, not a TikTok supporter. So
loyal.
This is so nice. I don't know when it became controversial to own property or build wealth through investing or providing services to people. People should understand that to make money, to build wealth, it takes risk. You two are risking a lot by making a go at this property business and investing in your future. Go out there and pursue your dreams. And then it goes on and on. So yeah, and it just says like, the fact that you're very careful to keep funds to pay for repairs, emergencies, and taking care of your investors first speaks highly of the type of people you are and what kind of business you're building. Like, you wouldn't get that kind of comment on TikTok. You'd only get that from like a loyal YouTube follower who knows your story, who's like, yeah, I really respect what you're doing. So I feel like, in conclusion, you and I have got riled up for the last few days about the response we get on there. It's
our choice how we take the comments and stuff, and so, you know, from that perspective, we're choosing to take it in a more negative way,
and take it personally,
when we shouldn't, because it just means nothing, right?
Yeah.
But I just think that topic in general is really interesting, because that person there, whoever's commented there on our YouTube video, is completely right. What people don't see, and what I think I'd like to show more on this channel, is like the risks that we're having to take, excuse my language, but like, put my bollocks on the line to leave my like job that has a stable income and a stable salary every single month, to go and jump into your world of self-employment and give this a go. It's going to be a long-term thing to build, but having a vision and having determination, grit, and having to make certain sacrifices, again, all relative, and that's the stuff people don't see. And I'd love to show more of the actual, like, real
I think even
stuff.
If you did show it, it would have to be because you want to show it, not because you want to prove anything. I don't want to be someone in this world who's like, I'm doing this because I want to prove people wrong. Because then when that runs out, when you've finished proving people wrong, like, what's your motivation to work?
Right. You're so right.
You're just like, I hate people like that. Just like, I'll prove all those people wrong that I can make it. It's like, yeah, then what?
You are right. And there's an element, I sometimes get caught in that trap, because
you've got something to prove.
Sometimes I have something to prove, because obviously going through school and stuff like that, I always struggled, and I was like, it was so hard for me going through school, being like dyslexic. The school system, I did not fit into that. Like, I was like the opposite of that school system. Yeah. So your only option in life is to like either fail the school system or try and float somehow and like find another way, and I was determined to somehow make that into a positive.
You've done really well.
With people around me, like my mum, who was like my number one fan, supporting me to help me get there. So I'm fortunate to have that. Sometimes having that something to prove comes from that, but you're absolutely right, and I agree 100% with what you're saying. Is like, there's something in a book that I was reading called "Anger is Bad Fuel." So once that anger has run out, exactly what you said, it's like what you left with.
You lose all kind of fuel, then what do you fuel the tank with? You're like a little car and you're trying to put gas in. You're like, oh, I'm done proving people. So
now what?
Now I need to find the love of something and start creating that.
And round you go.
And round. So Yeah, I know that was a bit of a ranty video, guys, but that's what has been going on. But we go on our little morning walks. We do like an hour loop around the block, and we spoke about the haters on that platform this morning and how different they are to the people that actually follow us and care, like you guys here on YouTube. So just want to say thanks, because YouTube is absolutely my little space on the internet, our place. I love YouTube. I'm YouTube till I die, so screw the haters. I don't care how many views you get on TikTok. I just don't care.
Yeah, and
I'm just sorry.
And I think
I don't
again,
care.
we're just being transparent, and you're following our journey as a couple, as property investors, as people who are just trying to build the life we're trying to build and we vision.
You got the Americans aren't like this. They're just like, yo, go achieve your dreams, go smash it. And like, they don't say go smash it. They're like, reach for the stars. Hashtag the American dream. But I feel like the British people that we're capturing on TikTok, they just hate anyone who's made a bit of money. Yeah. Not that we've even made any. We're not even pulling a dividend out anymore.
But those types of people, they're just quite entitled. Anyway, we're not going to let's not go down that rabbit hole.
We've been down the rabbit hole, we've come back out, we've decided we're not going to care. Yeah. And on that note, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. We post videos every single week. We're also over on Instagram, TikTok, we're here, we're everywhere. And we'll see you in the next one, guys.
See you later.
Bye.